All right, to all the other members of the group, you don't know who Grim is, but you may halt his attack if you wish. Do any of you wish? All right. Alright, so if you want to try to stop Grim, you can roll a dex check to physically stop him, as well as a wisdom check or a charisma check in order to convince him not to carry out his attack. Your wisdom and charisma checks will be at a not -2 penalty, or actually it's +2 penalty because it's an ability roll. So it's a 2-point penalty, is how I should say it. It's not -2 to your roll. It's a +2. Let me fix that. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. Yeah, penalties go up on the roll. Anyway. If you wish to convince him that he is wrong to attack. Clemix Ken says that he heads to the tavern holding his staff that appears to be a cane. They appear to be faceless while wearing a fancy suit and top hat. He talks in a chaotic manner. Well, hello there, who wants to see magic? Well, people are trying to stop you, Grim. This is a basic dexterity check because it's not really an attack. You're reaching out to grab somebody. That's dexterity. And dexterity is all about speed and agility and reaction time. That's why it's a dexterity check. Gorilla Toes says that he idly and awkwardly sits in a chair far too small for his body while the event unfolds. As he moves toward a chair, he notices it alters its size to fit his stature. Good tavern guys like to make sure they are suitable for all customers. All right. So, Thorgar, Cryo's character, successfully halts the attack. All right, Cryo, would you like to convince Grim that he's wrong? All right, Cryo, for those of you who are listening and not reading chat, Cryo is going to use his charisma to convince Grim that he's wrong, which is perfectly acceptable. Charisma would be like, for anybody who doesn't know Dungeons and Dragons, wisdom would be using like a wise saying or a logic to convince somebody. Charisma would be something like, "Not here, friend. Let's all sit down and have a drink." That's more charisma. Wisdom would be like, but if you attack him, then he'll attack you, then this might happen, this might happen, this might happen. So, wisdom and intelligence, Intelligence might be more logic than wisdom. Wisdom might be repeating some sort of parable about attacking and like stay your anger for those who deserve it most type of thing. He has not done anything to earn your anger. So those are the different types of checks and why they are rolled the way they are rolled. Actually, that's very bad. That's very bad. You missed your charisma check. Well, it's really +2 for your... Cryo rolled a 19 for his ability check. Now, in second edition, you want to roll under your ability skill. So the +2 would really be towards your ability skill, and his ability would be 14 +2, so that's 16. But he still rolled a 19, which is really close to a critical fumble. But that's okay. You failed in your charisma. Cryo or Thorgar. Thorgar grabs Grim's. I'm sorry, Grim, I don't know your character's name. Thorgar grabs Grim's arm, staying the physical attack, but fails to convince him with a smile that attacking is useless. Grim responds, "Vengeance!" Thorgar, you can try again, not with a charisma check, but with a wisdom check. A wisdom check would be trying to use, a saying, a wise saying about using vengeance for the right thing. So you can go ahead and try that. Lower the better. Yep. One second, everybody. We have 2 more players that are coming in. All right, everybody. So, Cryo, Thorgar uses his wits and wisdom to stay Shield Hugger's attack. Feel free to roleplay what you said. And because you guys role-played this, this is what Dungeons and Dragons is about. Because you role-played this and appropriate rolls were made, you get some bonus points there. So, oh, in Whispers? Alright, hey, you guys changed all your, thank you for changing your name so I can remember your character stuff. This is fun. $50 experience for Thorgar and 25 for Shield Hugger. All right, so if you guys can hear me, let me know. If you can't, let me know. Shield Hugger attempts to break the table. Shield Hugger, you gotta listen. Shield Hugger sits down at the table and just starts talking to himself about vengeance. So for those of you who are listening to the stream, well, that's good. I'm glad you guys can hear me correctly. I have the mic on in Discord as well as in Twitch. So if you get like a weird echo, let me know. All right, so hey everybody, is Seba SEBA is joining. So Alright, for those of you who are watching the video and not reading the chat of the video, Seba was wondering about what you'd like to play, Paladin or something. And, yeah, Seba, you can play whatever you want. Any class, any race is allowed. Thorgar says, "Hey everyone, we should get vengeance on some random goblins." That's very on brand, I like that. In Whisper says, "How about we get vengeance onto the goblins?" Shield Hugger says, he certainly gets up, walks out the door, and starts screaming vengeance against goblins." In Whisper says, "So both." We're good, Crow. I'm also recording this. This will also be on my YouTubes. Shieldhugger says, "I like to find some goblins and kill them." Dorgar says, "I stand up and go to the bartender and ask where are the nearest goblins." Thorgar stands up and says, "I stand up and go to the bartender and ask where are the nearest goblins." Bartender, who is not completely oblivious to the conversations of the party, says, "Goblins? What'd they do to you? Keep to yourself, don't go looking for what you don't want visited upon you." Basically. I mean, I'm not doing a good voice here, but that's what he's doing. Got a bit of a sore throat. Mog says that goblins would simply be a waste of time for a man at such a powerful position such as himself. Thorgar says he wants to do a persuasion check to convince him to tell you. Persuasion check will automatically fail in this regard. Bartender just repeats what he says before. Eat, drink, or game. Get out. Otherwise, get out. So Shieldhugger is thinking about looking for nearby goblins. Thorgar is wondering if he can beat the bartender. So Thorgar's thinking he could do an intimidation check on the bartender. The bartender just stares at Thorgar. Thorgar, you seem to be intimidated by the bartender more than the bartender is intimidated by you. You get the idea that maybe this is not the best way to spend the last few moments of your life. So guys, we need to see if your characters have introduced yourselves to each other. So, In Whispers introduces himself. Shield Hugger is just screaming for vengeance, which is perfectly on brand. In Whispers got the experience for introducing themselves first. 10 points. Thorgar says, "Hi, I am Thorgar and I am strong." Oh yeah, In Whispers said, "Hello, I'm In Whispers. Pleasure to be meeting you all." What did I say my character's name was? Was it Thedra? Let's see here. Yeah, it's Thedra. My character's name is Thedra. Just have to make sure that I know that. Mogwyn, Lord of Blood, says, "I am Mog, Lord of Blood. Pleasure to be acquainted." Thorgar says, "You're not Mog." Just increase the size of chat so people can read it in the video. Yeah, Thorgar, you can. A waitress. Okay, so let me speak this out. Lots of noise in my background. As Thorgar stands up to demand where goblins are, a waitress comes over and asks, "What'd you all like?" And Thorgar says, "I want to know where the goblins are." So, I need to find out. Shield Hugger walked in and said, Shield walk in and said, did not find any vengeance after he walked around looking for vengeance outside of the tavern. Shield Hugger is sad now. So, Thorgar, I need to clarify how you're rolling your intimidation check. Are you rolling it using 2nd edition rules or 5th edition rules? Thorgar rolled an intimidation check against the waitress and rolled a 1. So, you know what? I was just speaking into the mic. You guys may have actually heard my mom talk about dinner tonight. Yes, I do like tamales. And if you didn't hear me talk to my mom about dinner, I like tamales. Hot mic moments are common with me because I'm super professional. As you apologize to the waitress, Thorgar, you see the bartender scowling, and a young-looking woman steps up to grab the waitress while comforting her, saying, "Oh, just, you know what it's like around here, etc., etc., etc. Don't worry, blah, blah, blah." Basically is what you hear. You hear a lot of blah, blah, blahs because it's not really audible. But you do notice that the young woman with electric blue hair is comforting the waitress. Enough that the waitress is bringing over free, well, not free, but several drinks that are being paid for by the woman, and she received a hefty tip. The electric blue-haired woman sits down at the table, which seemed to have grown larger and spawned another chair. The electric blue-haired woman says, "Well, you people really know how to light up an evening." She further says, "If you're looking for adventure and gold, I know of a reverse of an underground tower. It's not a pit. It's not a basement. It's a tower built into the ground. No one has yet returned. There might be goblins there. Give it a shot." Thorgar gives the waitress 3 gold while begging forgiveness. Shieldhugger says, "Goblin's vengeance where I will serve..." Okay, yeah, Goblin's vengeance. Where will I serve vengeance? Thorgar says, "I'll give it a shot, I say. Point me there." A proper British barbarian. Mogwin, Lord of Blood, is typing. Would you care for me to join you? The electric blue-haired woman says, "All at this table are welcome. I need something from there." Well, I am not so stupid as to go down alone. You can keep all treasure, but leave what I need for me when I call for it. It's only one item, and of no use to any of you. You need me to enter? Safely. Unless you wish to go it alone. Deal? Shieldhugger says, "Are you there? Are you going to slay for reasons?" Shield Hugger hugs the woman and says, "Yes, vengeance against goblins." I don't have the heart to tell Shield Hugger there are no goblins in this dungeon. The woman appreciates the squeeze of the living armor, but seems undaunted. Thorgar says, "Let's go to Mystery Upside Down Tower for goblins and gold." Mogwin screams, "Yeah!" Hey everyone, I need a quick 5 minutes. I will be right back. Please talk amongst yourselves, share your thoughts, and discuss the game in and out of character. You leave the tavern, following the road until Zathedra disembarks toward the woods. The path you are on seems to be heavily worn, but you primarily see tracks leading out and a sporadic few coming back. The trees of the forest are alive, but look and feel of death. And there is my wonderful artwork. It's amazing. I'm the best artist ever. Nobody's better than I am. I know how to do art more than anyone else knows how to do art. Nobody can ever challenge my ability and skills at doing art, because I'm the greatest artist to have ever lived. Shield Hugger is yelling vengeance, punching trees and saying vengeance to Lumberjack. Singing Benjamin, so vengeance will cut you in half in the hall. Vengeance is... Vengeance is the order of the day for Shield Hugger. You finally reach the entrance as Ethedra puts her map away. Well, adventurers. She speaks with a soft, almost ominous tone. Shall we draw lots to see who goes first? Shield Hugger and Thorgar both charge beyond Zethedra's... Charge beyond Zethedra. I guess that answers that question, Zethedra says. As you charge down the stairs, you see about 40 feet ahead a large, open, circular floor. Beyond the pillars, you see darkness. Those with night vision can see only a few feet beyond your party members. The positioning of the pillars looks standardized, despite my artwork, and you suspect other pillars exist at similar distances on this floor. Thorgar and Shield Hugger charge more. Okay, to explain the map, the green areas are areas where you see corpses. There's one corpse that looks like an orc, another that looks like an elf, and another that looks like a human. It really doesn't matter which one is which. They all look to be in different states of decomposition. The orc appears to have been the first one killed decades ago, nearing mummification. The elf is the most recent body that died, or corpse that died. It's desiccated. The smell is no longer present, and it appears to have been dead for several months. There is a room off into the upper left. Stairs leading down. There is a pressure plate that looks as if it's been disabled, and the holes are all over the pillars, suggesting something would come out of them. Shield Hugger has attempted to stuff the corpse into his armor for vengeance. The corpse falls apart and pieces scatter all over the floor. He might just as well capture water with a sieve. Shield Hugger tries to grab whatever he can to put into his armor. If he can't take the whole thing, he says, if I can't take the whole thing, I'll take part of you so you can see vengeance. However, Shield Hugger's innate sense of magic-imbued vengeance-seeking feels as if there's no spirit or anything else held to this corpse, almost as if his actions would be empty and fruitless. Alright, so that is the game. We're going to play again next Sunday. Had a lot of fun. And I hope all of you out there watching on YouTube, you probably... I don't know. I hope you had fun if you watch this on YouTube. I'll change up the music. What do I have? I have medieval Celtic music. Lord of the Land by Kevin MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod. I'm going to share the YouTube link. So that is the music link. I shared it. In Whispers, we'll go ahead and pick this up next week, if that's okay with you. Alright, so I hope all of you guys have had a wonderful time. Thank you for joining up. Thank you, Mogwin, in Whispers, Thorgar, and Shield Hugger. I hope all of you have a wonderful day. I'm going to stop the stream now. Take care, everybody. Bye.